All right, so here I am in the office of Charles Bellow, the Chief Exec of the local Chamber of Commerce and Industry here in Perth. Now, Charles, this is an interview that we're doing as part of our How to Strengthen Your Business in the Recession. This is an initiative that you've started through the local chambers to help members and non-members in Perth harness each other's intelligence, harness each other's ideas to help each other not just survive, but actually come out of this tough economic time, which no one wants to call a recession, in even better conditions. So Charles, firstly, thank you for agreeing to do the interview, mate.
Thanks, Lee, and you're quite right in what we're doing. We're heading into what we're hoping won't be a recession, but we would like to look at recession-proofing those businesses that are going forward at the moment.
Exactly, and collectively we're far stronger than we are as individuals. So this is a fantastic initiative of the local chambers, and as we've said, it's not just for the members, but friends of the members and other Perth and West Australian businesses as well, isn't it?
That's correct, yes.
So for people that don't know me, my name's Leigh Farnell. I'm a member of the chamber. Charles got me involved a good 3, 4, 5 years ago now, and it's been absolutely fantastic for me. Firstly, to get better at networking. Charles knew that he had to drag me kicking and screaming to some of these functions early on, but the networking and the business and the camaraderie and the masterminding and the sharing of ideas and strategies has just been fantastic. So I'm only too happy to help out and use whatever skills I have to help people, as you say, recession-proof their business. So Charles, maybe before we get into some of the detail of your ideas and thoughts on strengthening and recession-proofing a business, give the listener a bit about your background in business. And I know you've been around, you would have seen some of these tough economic times in the past as well.
Yes, Lee, we built this organisation from ground level in an earlier recession that we had to have in those days, and we built a sales, marketing and business help organisation through the Chamber of Commerce with a database of 7,000 businesses.
Goodness.
And with a number of functions bringing businesses together to help develop and learn, of over 200 functions per year. So for us, we've been busy developing markets and bringing people together through our own sales activities.
So straight away, you have been heavily involved, as you say, in sales and marketing, because nothing happens without sales and marketing, does it?
Absolutely. We have to sell our ideas, and then we have to provide that product that will keep our clients there and benefiting from the Chamber of Commerce.
And right now you have how many members?
We now have 500 members.
And the types of people that are members of the Chamber?
From the small plumber up to the large airports.
Fantastic, fantastic. So I suppose in terms of your own background there, you've had a lot of experience and a lot of exposure to all types of businesses over a whole range of periods. Because how long did you say the Chamber's been going?
Well, I've been involved with the Chamber from inception for 20 years.
So there's a lot of people, a lot of businesses through a whole range of economic cycles that you've been involved with. Mate, so having said that, what would you say are some of the key problems and mistakes that businesses make when it comes to dealing with recession, tough economic times? What are some of the things you've seen that really become problems for people?
I think that business people often don't understand their own business. So while they're going along well and making money, things are fine. But when things go down, they don't understand the depth of their business. So the first thing they do is they're not looking at really what their business is about. And that's one area. As far as businesses who have staff, they tend to think the staff can work without training. They don't involve their staff in giving ideas about the business. So when things get hard, the staff aren't really there to give ideas, and often the staff are there at the coalface. Another area, of course, is efficiencies. When things slow down, efficiencies are important.
Yes.
In every aspect of the business.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And, if they don't tighten up, then business obviously is not going to keep going.
So when you say understand the business, do you mean understand the numbers and the finance in the business, or understand really where their customers are coming from? Or when you say understand,
I think all aspects.
Yes.
Often they have a product and they take it out there, and because it's a successful product, it just sells.
Yeah.
They don't understand really who's buying, really what is the complexity of the market that they're in. They don't understand perhaps that they're competitors, and once it slows down, if they don't have their eyes open, they can't move forward.
Yeah, the old story is the fellow that wrote the E-Myth said, they're too busy working in the business rather than on the business.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And of course, the big one is they're not looking at new markets all the time.
Yes. Yes. So because as often happens in a recession or tough times, they start battening down the hatches and not even looking over the horizon as to where are the new opportunities.
Exactly.
I mean, people say, well, this too shall pass. Out of every recession or depression, at the other side of it comes good economic times. So if you batten down the hatches too much, there are problems, aren't there?
Absolutely. Yeah. A lot of people find that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what would you say are some of the consequences or the costs of people making these mistakes? What have you seen in terms of, I suppose, disaster stories that people should be avoiding?
Well, obviously they get so into debt that the business closes down, or they have to get to a point where they have to get rid of their staff, and of course staff cost a lot of money in training, getting to know the business, and of course what happens there, they allow the competitors to get the edge, and so they're fighting hard to catch up again.
Yeah. So it can be quite depressing, particularly as you say, if people are already carrying a lot of debt, or there are problems. They really do need to say, "I've got to do something about it," don't they?
Absolutely.
Which is why we're running this, Recession-Proofing Your Business series, and the whole theme of this year in the Chamber is committed to helping people strengthen their business and recession-proof, aren't they?
Absolutely.
What are some of the things you've got in mind within the Chamber this year to help people with their businesses?
Well, we have a number of highly qualified people across a whole range of areas like banks and personal trainers and business trainers and all sorts of people who can provide mentoring, and we want to bring those people together to provide information and provide mentoring to those businesses that perhaps feel that they're in the dark.
Yes. So my recollection is when we had our meeting before Christmas that you set up a thing we called the G20, which is terrific, and I'll get you to mention that shortly. But one of the actions that came out of that was to say, at every Chambers meeting this year, 2009, we will be doing something to share information or ideas or facilitate discussion around recession-proofing the business, strengthening the business. Was that right?
That's right. At every function, so there'll be huge discussion over the next 12 months, and hopefully less than 12 months, because hopefully it'll turn around.
Exactly. Well, hopefully, as you're saying, in West Australia, people often talk about the fact that we do have mining, and the whole